Welcome to RYB, a puzzle game about the colors red, yellow, and blue. Your goal is to figure out which color belongs to which tile on this plane, and the clues are given within dots within tiles. There are 3 blue dots, which means 3 adjacent tiles must be blue. Notice the only 3 adjacent tiles are this one, and this one, because they share a parallel line with the shape that the clue is on. So 3 blue clues, 3 blue tiles. This tile says there's 2 red clue tiles adjacent, which must be these 2. Got more with some yellow involved this time. This bottom tile says there's a red and a yellow adjacent. There's already a yellow adjacent, so the other must be red, which reveals a blue clue. So one of these 2 are blue, one of these 2 are red. I can go to the top to find out more. And again, one adjacent is red, one is yellow. We already have a red, so the other must be yellow. So then, because of these 2 clues, one must be blue, one must be yellow. Well, these 2 share the blue, so then I must have yellow on top, red on bottom. Okay, with this shape, it has a yellow and a blue adjacent. The middle can't be blue because it's also adjacent to this, which says it's either yellow or red. So it must be then yellow, and then this to be blue. And then for similar reasons at the bottom, this must be red. This says there's a red adjacent, and then this says there's a yellow adjacent. Squares. This bend says one is red, one is blue. This one can't be blue because this adjacent one says it's either red or yellow. So that would make this one blue and then this one red. And I think for a similar reason, this one would be yellow. Yeah. And then this would be red. And then which of these could be blue? Well, this can't be blue because of this. So outside must be blue. And then last adjacent one to here must be red. So this has 2 reds adjacent to it and demands 2 reds and a yellow. So this must be yellow. It's a simple concept, but very cool as shown by this puzzle. There's a giant ring. So the outer ring has 2 reds, 2 blues, and 2 yellows adjacent. So does the middle one. Oh, these triangles, right? They're both connected to the outer ring, and the only thing they share in common is a blue. So the only way to keep them both happy is by marking this as blue, which means that I can mark the other 2 next to the triangle. These 2 are yellow, and these 2 are red. So now I could go with these 2 triangles. One has 2 yellows and a red next to it. The other has 2 blues and a red next to it. And they both have the center one in common. The only way for both to be happy is if the center is red. Then I can mark off the other 2 next to those triangles. I can go yellow, yellow, and I can go blue, blue. Now, I guess based on the outermost ring, I've got 2 yellows, 2 blues, so I still need 2 reds, so I'll do that. And then on the inner, I already have 2 reds and 2 yellows, so I guess I can mark 2 blues. This is interesting. Now there's dots on the outside of the puzzle. So it looks like, okay, they're just kind of counting the total amount of colors in all parts of it. So in total, there's 2 reds, 2 yellows, 3 blues. Well, I don't see why I couldn't go blue, 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 right? Because the others got to be reds and yellows, and reds are going to be at the top, yellows are going to be at the bottom. 6 reds, 2 yellows, 3 blues. Where should the blues be? It should probably be the clues that actually have the dots, because the adjacent ones are red and yellow. And there's only 2 yellows. So I guess I have to minimize them as well as possible, and that's the best way to do so. Just have them overlap as much. And here, okay, there's 1 red left, 3 yellows left, 2 blues left. Now the center one says there's 2 yellows adjacent to it, so the 3rd yellow must be this itself. Now that does mean, because of this cell, one of these is red, one of these is blue. So I've got that sorted. And actually, there's only 1 red left. So if this were red, this would be unhappy. So this has to be the red. That's the blue. There's another blue and 2 yellows next to this. Which blue or yellow goes where, though? I don't see why it would matter. I feel like there's 2 solutions. Yeah, I don't see why there wouldn't be 2 solutions. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if there was a possible way to logic it down. I guess, oh, the way to logic it down would have been the last yellow. You got lucky, I think. Yeah, I think the idea is because one of these is yellow and one is blue, then the 3rd one would have to be yellow. This says there's a blue nearby, which would go like this. The only reason I did it like this was so there would be symmetry between the colors. And I guess the symmetrical answer was the right one. I don't know why, this almost feels like it looks like a robot. No matter, it's the biggest puzzle yet. I'm not quite sure what the breakthrough is, because there's close to even of every number. I mean, one of these 2 is red, 1 is yellow. So based off the 2 blues down here, these would have to be blues because it couldn't be this one. Now, 1 red, 1 yellow. This says 1 yellow, but the center triangle could be yellow. I guess I could do something similar up here, where one is blue, one is yellow, and I need 2 reds, so these 2 are the reds. But 1 blue, 1 yellow. I can't quite do the same thing with this single 1 blue. I mean, there's 2 blues left, so I guess I can know the 2 blues. One of them is here, and the other is here or here. Actually, no, if this were blue, it'd be satisfied. And actually, I think that has to be the case, right? Because one of these has to be blue, so there's only 1 blue left, so it's got to go here. 2 yellows, which now, for similar reasons, can be these 2. And actually, because one is blue, one is red, the other must be red. 2 reds, 1 blue, 2 yellows. 2 yellows. One of them's here. Oh, so the other must be shared by the other 2 yellows. So I would make this red. The 1 blue, 1 yellow makes this red. This requires a yellow, so there we go. There's the blue. Nice. Oh, this level looks cool. Well, the very outside, there's 6 on the very outside. 2 reds, 2 blues, 2 yellows. And then they touch the second layer, which there are 6 segments of. But then, like, these middle pieces, right? They touch 5 different shapes, and 3 of them kind of fall into the 2 reds, 2 blues, 2 yellows category. So I almost want to figure out, like, these 3 middle ones, like, based on what's different in the middle hexagons. Because, I mean, there's 5 dots in each of them. One of them is the odd man out. I wonder if the odd man out would go in between. Or if I look at this hexagon and this hexagon, both of them have 2 blues. So I wonder if the one that's shared in between them is a blue. I mean, that could be interesting. I think it is as a hunch, but maybe I should try to prove it. Like, let's say this was blue and then red and then yellow based off that hunch. Each of these hexagons would have 3 dots left, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 yellow. It doesn't really prove anything. It's valid, but it's not the only valid way. There could be other valid ways, so we're not gonna make an assumption here. What else could be in the middle? Let's just say this is a yellow, this is a red, this is a blue for some reason. It's possible for this to have 2 blue adjacencies on the outside. No, it's not. If this was blue and this was blue, I would need this to somehow be both red and yellow, which is impossible. So I believe between the 3 of these, there has to be 1 of each color. You can't double up. So I'm pretty sure that verifies the original hypothesis. These have blue in common, these have red in common, and these have yellow in common. This tells me there's a red adjacent, which seems that the only place it could be is here, which means this is not red. I guess that means it's gotta be yellow. Or no. Let's look at this. This has to be blue. How about that? And then because of the yellow here, this has to be the yellow. This would have to be the red. Then this would have to be the blue. And then this would have to be the yellow. That's the way of doing it. Here I have 3 reds. I can work with that. 2 are both red. Simple enough. Here I need 2 yellows. I only have 1 adjacent, so this is the other. This needs 2 blues. And I only have 1, so here's the second. There's 2 reds left. That was a cool puzzle. That was really interesting. Wait a second. There's a 4th color. It's orange. The combination between red and yellow? Is that right? Because this tells me there are no yellows in the puzzle, but this tells me there is a yellow. So you're telling me this is orange because it's next to both red and yellow? Combinations of colors? Interesting. This requires 3 adjacent reds. Well, so I would imagine then these would both be orange and this would be the yellow. Why is this the case? I need a better working idea. Well, now we have all 3 colors as a possibility. Maybe the idea is orange can satisfy both red and yellow. So how do I even begin to solve this one? 3 adjacencies, they're all yellow, but realistically they're either yellow or orange. At least one of them has to be orange. Oh, 2 adjacencies that satisfy red. So this one's got to be an orange, just because it requires red and yellow satisfaction. Same with this. So the bottom also needs red and orange satisfaction, red and yellow satisfaction, so it's orange. So now I've only reds and yellows left. These 3 are 2 reds and a yellow, which would mean this top one is a yellow. And then I've satisfied the 1 yellow on this one, and then the last yellow goes here. Cool. Here we're looking like a nice pizza pie with the crust and a big breadstick slapped across the middle. 3 adjacencies on the triangle. This top little curve requires both red and yellow. There's got to be an orange. There's 2 oranges left. Well, this middle one definitely requires both red and yellow, so that's an orange. And now, okay, one orange left. I still have to get the second orange on both of these orange pieces, so the crust must also be orange. It's a pizza pie with only reds and yellows left. Bottom crust requires 3 reds, 1 yellow. Well, okay, because I have only reds and yellows, I can mark these off from the top. Actually, there's the 1 yellow, so these must be reds. These must be yellows. Tasty. Here, there's only 1 orange. Right now, I just need a bit of a breakthrough. Both of these must satisfy red. Both of these must satisfy red. And one of these must satisfy yellow. So one of these two is the lone orange. That would mean these two are red. 2 reds, 1 yellow. And this, 3 yellow, 1 red. What's interesting is that these two have 2 tiles they have in common. Neither can be orange. So I guess it's 1 red, 1 yellow would be the case then. So if one of these is the red, I could look at the 1 red and 3 yellows adjacencies. I could mark the other 2 adjacencies as yellows. And the last yellow would be here. So if one of these 2 is yellow, one of these 2 is orange, that would mean these 2 are definitely red. Doesn't actually help me. What about this triangle? I need 2 reds, 1 yellow, 1 orange. So the orange is going to be here. Oh, 1 yellow. Well, that would mean the yellow is going to be right here then. This would then be red. So which one is orange? Well, one's orange, the other is red. Isn't that what everything's telling me? Which needs to satisfy a yellow? Oh, this bottom triangle needs a second yellow. So that would be here. There we go. And now we have all 6 colors. So purple can satisfy both blue and red, and green can satisfy both yellow and blue. Well, in this first puzzle, I only have orange and green. So I guess orange is the only thing that can satisfy red, and then the other 2 must be green. I only have green and purple. So green is the only thing that can satisfy yellow here. The other 2 must be purple. Same with orange and purple. Purple is the only thing that can satisfy orange. And those 2 go like that. So now I only have green and purple. This is really just getting us to know colors. Purple is the only thing that can satisfy red. So these 2 be purple, then these 2 be green. And a little bit more, green, orange, and blue. Red can only be satisfied by orange among those. And this says there's 2 orange adjacent, so it would be here and here. So the last one would be satisfied by yellow, which would look like this. And then the last 2 are blue by default. And now we have 4 colors: yellow, blue, orange, purple. It seems that any color can now be referred to by more than 1 color. So I'm not quite sure how I'd begin. In fact, it feels like any tile could just be any color. Not any color, but 2 or 3 different colors. Well, red can't actually refer to red, as there's no reds in the puzzle. Red will refer to either orange or purple. So these 2 are either orange or purple. These 2 are either orange or purple, which would mean then this diagonal makes up both yellows and blues. So I can look at this as 2 blue adjacencies, which mean these are both blues. And then these 2 have 2 yellow adjacencies, so they're both yellows. This has 3 yellow adjacencies, which can only refer to yellow and orange. And then purples are the last 2. Fascinating. 4 different colors again. Blue can refer to both green and purple. So these 2 both satisfy blue, which would also satisfy the blue from here. I don't know what the last one to satisfy blue is. Yellow can only be satisfied by green and orange, so maybe that's the catch. Yeah, so one of these is green, one of these is orange. Well, if this was orange, it wouldn't satisfy the blue, so I think it's got to be this one being orange, and then this one being green. I still need a blue satisfaction on this one, because there's only 1 here, so the other must be a purple. Here I need 2 blue satisfactions. I have 1 here, and then the other would be here. The last 2 are both reds. Nice. Here we've got 5 colors. Everything except for yellow. So these 2 on yellow are either green or orange. Same with these 2. So green and orange only go here. Well, for red, there's 5 total that they touch, but it can only be filled in by red and purple because there's no orange left. So I have 3 clues within 5, or rather 3 potential things to fill in 4 clues. So this one here must satisfy the red. It also must satisfy the blue, so I guess that would make this to be a purple, which has a purple nearby, 3 blues, and a red nearby, huh? There's definitely a purple nearby. One of these 4 is purple. And not adjacent to yellow. One of these 2 on the edge are purple. The other one's gonna be blue, because out of 3 blues, I think one of them has to actually be legit, because the purple's already being referred to. The other 2 can be greens at most. The last one's probably blue. So we got a purple and blue on the edge. So then the last 2 are blue or red. So the blues would have to be like opposite corners. It'd have to be like blue and blue, or blue and blue, just to divvy up among the reds. Well, that would mean these 2 are in fact greens on the reds. And that would mean that these 2 are in fact oranges. This says there's a blue nearby, so it's gonna be opposite corners. Which is red, which is purple. Well, I still need a purple down here, so I guess I'll mark this as purple, and then this as red. Cool. Huh, awesome, actually. This one's got a lot of purple, a lot of red clues. This is actually a pretty big puzzle. I'm not sure where the break-in is. Well, how about this? Red attaches to only this, but it's also connected to yellow and blue. So this is either red and yellow, which is orange, or red and blue, which is purple, orange or purple. Similar idea here. This is either blue and red for purple, or blue and yellow for green, but there is no blue, yellow, green, so it's gotta be purple down here. And that's a lot of clues. Well, 3 blues, 2 yellows, and a purple. The blues refer to at least 1 other purple. They could all refer to purples, potentially. Same with the yellows. Yellows could refer to oranges. I guess this one can't be purple. This one's got to be yellow plus something. Could be an orange. I mean, what about this? Yeah, purple or orange. Purple, I think, is perfectly fine. Orange is perfectly fine. Wait a second. If this were orange, it would satisfy the yellow from here, which means this has to satisfy the blue from here. Also the yellow, and the only way to do that would be green, which isn't possible. So this would have to actually satisfy the blue, just so both yellows in these 2 can refer to here. So this is going to be a purple. And then this is going to be yellow or orange. Interesting. There are no yellows adjacent to this. So that would mean this has to then be orange. I can't believe there's actual logic for this. The red refers to here. So this is either yellow or orange, but there's no oranges adjacent to this. Or sorry, there's no yellows adjacent to this. So this must be an orange. We're out of oranges, so yellow means yellow now. Well, red also now has to refer to purple. Yeah, maybe I could think about like what each of the groups remaining attached to each hexagon actually refer to. So at the very top, I already have purples, but they could be reds. I have 2 yellows and 2 purples up here in this 4. What about the other orange hexagon? I think again, 2 yellows, 2 purples. So that is all the yellows and purples, which actually would mean the last remaining ones are both blue. So that might help with the purple hexagons, because any blue clue now means purple. Between these 2, I've got 1 blue already. I got the 2 reds. I've got the purple, I guess. Basically, I need 2 more blue clues, and those can only be purple, so they're purple. And then what about this purple hexagon? I've already got 1 blue, 1 purple. These can only be yellows, so the last 2 must also be purple. And then yellows. Wow, that was surprisingly interesting. We got a pentagon. We're missing yellow, so yellow refers to either green or orange. This center actually has orange as a clue, so the other 2 yellows must be referring to green. These 2 yellows, though, one of them could be referring to orange. These 2 greens have to be referring to green, although that extends all the way around. No, I feel like I have to start with green and orange. One of these has to be a yellow. Technically, not both. No, not both, because one could be an orange. And then one of these 3, for sure a green. Well, how about this? These 2, I guess, would refer to the remaining red clues on this. And can't be orange, because I've determined the 1 orange spot, so we got red and red. Then I guess these 4 reds can't refer to red, so it's either purple or orange. But because the orange is one of these 2, so because it's not orange, these 2 would have to be purples then. And then this, it's 4 reds. So I guess between green and orange, this would be the orange. And then this would be the green. And then, is this the last green? Yeah, sure as hell not blue. Okay, well, blue's on the outside. Wow. Here's one that uses all 6 colors, shaped like a heart. This is kind of interesting, actually, because yellow as a clue refers to 1 yellow, 1 orange, 1 green. So these 3 are the yellow, orange, and green ones. And then this has 2 reds, which these 2, I guess, would be orange and purple. So this has orange in common. Must be orange here, and then purple here. So then 2 blues. So purple, and then the other would be green? No, it can't be green. One of these two is green, so this would have to be blue. Blue must have a blue nearby. So that can't be blue or purple, so it must be green. Well, this then would have to be green, and then yellow on the very outside. And then the last is the innermost red heart, which is ideal to be red. Wow. What did I unlock? Ah, the bonus challenge worlds with also new mechanic. Well, if you want to see more, let me know. This game does not stop throwing new mechanics. We'll see how far in depth that gets. Let me know if you want to see a follow-up. So I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day and peace.